this episode we start our journey to Queensland.
Alright, morning. This is one of our locations and I will put the link of where we are because I've actually forgotten already. But we're still in New South Wales and we're heading to Queensland. Woohoo! If you follow me around, we're on our own again. It's great. So this is the area where you camp from the flood. So you're not allowed to go beyond. There's a sign. You're not allowed to go beyond there if it's raining. Got here quite late at night. It was about 5. So we just quickly set up because we wanted to have dinner and just get in. But it was freezing cold. Really, really cold. It's not now. You can see me now. It's lovely and warm now. Yeah, and t-shirts. But it was freezing cold. It was hot, really shaking. We actually got into bed and played cards. There's no internet down here, so if you actually you like internet, watching TV, this ain't the place for you because you're totally off grid. There's nothing. And yeah, and we like watching TV. Don't worry, we're not that kind. We do like watching TV. So I sat there and thought, what are we going to do now? And so we got the cards out, played cards, and we played Connect 4 because I like to play games. Andy hates them, but I like playing games. So we got that, put those out, and we played with those. But yeah, it was freezing, and we were both probably asleep by 9 because it was so cold. And we were fully clothed. It was that cold. Anyway, enough of me. Let's look around this. All right, I'm going to go and take you down to the campsite down the bottom.
I'm just sitting here, I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together, it's so beautiful, you and me. Meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be.
Can we go back to bed now?
That's all you think about, is getting me in bed.
You wish.
So this is the first time we've really properly towed with the Navara. A couple of things, and the Pajero was petrol, so 2 big things are that this is I think a 2.2 litre twin turbo. It seems to have a lot more torque, so when we were off-road this morning pulling uphill, it didn't struggle. The Pajero didn't struggle, it used to rev a lot. I guess with the diesel, the power slowed down and the torque slowed down, so it pulled really well. Whatever the four-wheel drive system these have on it, I had it in four-wheel drive. You can't have it in four-wheel drive without having the centre diff locked, which you could on the Pajero, but it didn't use, even though there were some really steep sections, with loose gravel. I didn't see the traction control light come on once, and on the Pajero that would have been working quite hard. I think the Mitsubishi system, whatever it's called, used to work quite hard in those situations. So from that perspective it's pretty good. I get fuel economy is better on this towing than the Pajero was not towing, so that's a real positive. It's doing it's about 12 litres per 100 kilometres. Most of that's been on freeway with a bit of off-road and a bit of sort of A-road stuff. The Pajero would have been close to double digits towing, and probably about 14 or 15, sorry, not double digits, close to 20 towing, and 14 or 15 normally. Just driving it normally, you might get slightly better than that on a long run. At the moment, diesel's a bit more expensive than petrol, which is annoying, but yeah, we don't seem to be filling up as much as we would have had to do on the Pajero.
But the Pajero was a lot older, wasn't it? And
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it done lots of kilometres, so even though, I mean, we're not ditching Pajero at all because we loved the car. I really loved it. I didn't want to get rid of it, but on an economical side of things, this is far better at the moment because this is brand new.
Yeah,
Technology's moved on.
It was becoming unreliable, and with quarter of a million Ks on it. And if you want to go off the beaten track a bit, and even actually it was hard a couple of times to get petrol when we were away last time. Diesel seems to be everywhere and not so much petrol. Yeah,
so when you go, the more remote you go, you're limited to what fuel you can have. And the Pajero was good. We had dual fuel, so we had gas and petrol.
LPG.
But,
LPG and petrol, yeah.
Yeah, gas. So I said it.
Yeah, gas is what the American.
Oh, sorry, LPG. But either either. But you couldn't get LPG anywhere really, could you? That was sort of a no-no. But most places, well, everywhere sold diesel, and one place we really struggled. They laughed at us when we said about can we have petrol, and they went, oh, I hope you don't want much, and they didn't have any. And it was just a tiny little place anyway. But yeah, so that sort of made our sort of decision a bit easier to think, oh, we'll go diesel and buy a new car.
It's quite good having a ute tray with a canopy, because any of the noise in the back we can't hear.
Yeah, it's much
if you've got a traditional SUV style four-wheel drive, obviously anything in the back that's making a noise banging around you hear. So that's quite good, and generally the car's quieter because it's new and not 20 odd years old. So
and it is a real smooth ride, isn't it? Even when we were off-roading, you don't get to see it in the video really because you're not feeling it like we do. But in the Pajero, you could really feel the bounce. This is much smoother, and it seemed to glide over the lumps and bumps in the road. It didn't seem bothered by having a ton. What is it? A ton and a half? The trailer?
Yeah, ton and a half,
and that's with that empty. I don't know what it is with its full, but yeah, the car didn't seem to feel that at all. You couldn't.
Definitely a lot more. Definitely
really
a lot more
difference.
torque with the diesel engine than you had on the Pajero engine.
Yeah.
But the only thing with this at the moment is that there's a slight sag, so we haven't got a lot of weight in the tray. And I think you can put a ton in the tray, but we haven't got anywhere near that. Probably a couple of 100 kilograms at the most. But it's about half an inch, 10 mil lower if I measure the gap between the top of the tyre and the wheel arch at the rear. But the camper trailer is lower at the front, so we don't know whether there's something we can do with the hitch, change the hitch in some way to raise it up. It wants to come up about 2 inches, I think, to raise it up about 2 inches, because we at a steep over a steep hump, which you get on these steep inclines when you're going into the national parks, it bottoms out when it's catching the underside of the hitch. So we don't know whether we can just do something to the hitch, or change the hitch, or change the drawbar or something, or whether we need to put airbags on it, or maybe we need to do both. So we're going to work that out at some point when we get somewhere where there's a suspension specialist, and we'll take some advice and see whether it's something we want to do or not. If it's simple, we can do it ourselves, and although we haven't got all the tools with me. Airbags is probably the way to go, but we'll see. There's no point putting airbags on it if it's not going to make a difference. So the ride's quite compliant. It doesn't feel like the nose is pointed up in the air when you're driving the car. It's just more about the camper trailer being low. So if the camper trailer isn't parked on a level pitch, then you can't even get the jockey wheel down. So it is something we need to look at.
Yeah.
But overall, it's nicer to drive than the Pajero. It's just anything that's 20 years newer is going to be nicer to drive, I think.
Yeah, it is. I must admit, I miss my Pajero, because we've done lots of adventures on it, and so it was like, part of the family.
This has got.
But I am warming
we've probably
to
talked
this.
about this before,
nice.
but this has got 360 cameras, so backing up to the hitch is really easy.
Yeah. You don't have me shouting at you, screaming, going left,
no.
and right. Yeah, it's good. So he does it on his own now, so it's really good.
I just get a moderate amount of shouting, but not.
But yeah, it is good. Yeah. So we officially crossed the Queensland border, and we're on our way to a farm stay, and it's like a hobby farm, and you can go and stay there. It's $20 a night, $10 per person, whichever way you look at it, and you can interact in the farm as much as you like.
Oh, I don't know.
Right, so morning, we woke up, we're staying in this farm. We said it was a little farm. So exciting, and it is so beautiful. There's our setup. It's perched up on there. It's a little bit precarious. We can't move too much in the tent because it rocks a bit. Anyway, so it's really cool. But the cows have escaped. And Andy was in the toilet to come out to find the cows all everywhere. It was hilarious. Hello, mate. Not bothered by us at all, are you? Are you going to give me a stroke? Oh, there you are. Alright, so good morning. Is our last morning in this wonderful campsite. So we are surrounded by the cows. Oops, you right there? And the ducks, yeah, we've got the whole schmag all around it. So, yeah, it's breakfast time, and the cows know it's breakfast time, so they've come for their little feed too. Anyway, if you like interacting with the animals, this is the best place to be. So one of the things I really wanted to do is to have a small holding and be totally self-sufficient and off-grid. So this is great for me, and look, they're all just, oh, it's breakfast time, let's go. I'm not sure you're going to be eating anything actually, and I think it's all going to be going. So, but they're so soft, and they don't mind you going up to them and stroking them. He's a bit camera shy. He's like, yeah, whatever. stroke me. So they're really gentle. And they're not bothered by human interaction. So this is the great place if you really, really want to interact with farm life. And even the duck. Yeah, he's farm life. Even the duck, he likes coming up and having a little stroke. And he's fighting his food.
What?
You find your food, what in your bread? Obviously people who come here, I've obviously feed them. So they think now that every time they're going to get fed. Look at those eyes, how can you not feed her? Look. She's so beautiful, she wants a little snack. Just too good looking at me. It's his toast, I can't eat
No,
it.
you're not coming on this side.
Yeah, Farmer Andy. You're mean. You'll burn your nose. No, you will.
Oh. Good.
I told you to burn your nose. You didn't believe me.
Oh, no, come on, away.
Sadly, we have to leave the cows and goats and carry on our journey.
It's getting out now with those bloody pesky goats.
It's making sure the goats don't get out.
That's what I mean. Getting out with those pesky fucking
it back?
goats. I don't know how you're going to do it.
This isn't the gate here.
Oh, isn't it? Do you want me to run out and...
No, I don't think so.
That's the wrong thing, actually. That's sheep, isn't it? What did goats make that noise? Who knows?
Goats bleat, don't they?
Sorry, that was bleating obvious, I know. Alrighty.
Next time on Your Go Wild, we have engine trouble. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and share.